What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for episode number 39. Today, we're going to be doing some housekeeping and maintenance around the city. And what I mean by that is we're going to check the status of all of our services, make sure everything is pretty well covered around the city. And we'll do a couple more things, but I did want to play with day and night cycle on, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that on, and also dynamic weather. So we'll play with dynamic weather and day and night cycle on. I'll go ahead and put the game on 3 speed. And we'll go from there. Before we begin anything, we're sitting at nearly 7.2 million in the bank. We have 28,000 incoming, 87,000 population, and looks like that small death wave is still there and not going away, which is a-okay. But the good news is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cemeteries already filled up. So that means that we are 1 cemetery away from unlocking the achievement that I wanted to unlock. So that's pretty cool. I have not had that achievement unlocked before, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to do it with you guys. Going to business. So I mentioned that we're going to check all the services. We can go ahead and start with power. Power is doing just okay for now. No need to attend to it just yet. Water's doing okay. Sewage is not so great. And as you guys can see, I have relocated all of the sewage treatment plants over here to this area, which is polluting a little bit more than I wanted it to. But hey, we're there now, so we'll just leave it the way it is. But we are gonna add an additional sewage treatment plant, and we're gonna put it right there. Gotta make sure to connect it. And there we go. It's lit up. Alright, sewage is doing great. Garbage. We could use an additional incinerator. So that we're gonna go ahead and place right here. That's gonna take a small dump on our budget, but that's okay. And that is now in the green. Perfect. Healthcare. Healthcare wise, let's see. Let's start over here. What I'm looking for is green roads. Green roads mean that there's plenty of coverage, and it looks like in this area we could use a medical clinic. And look at this. What a perfect spot. And that area is now covered, which is good. Let's see, going around, I think we're pretty well covered in this this particular island here. Taking a look over here, all roads are green except for this area and this area. I think one over here should be okay, but no, I can't really put a hospital right in the middle of the residential area. So let's go ahead and just put it right there for now. I think that should be just a-okay. And looks like the sun is setting, so the lights are gonna start turning on here in just one moment. From here we have a pretty good view of the city. And here we go. I don't know, guys. I've said this before plenty of times, but this game just is absolutely beautiful in many ways. This just being one of them. It'll be cool when we develop this island over here too, so we have all squares pretty well lit up and completed. Okay, back to what I was doing. So that is covering the making sure that we have enough coverage in the city as far as medical goes, and I think we're pretty good everywhere now, except for this area over here. I'm not sure that that we really need an additional one, but let's go ahead and we'll see. Even if I put it there, it's not going to cover all the way, just because this neighborhood here only has one entrance, and I think that if I was to place it anywhere over here, that could work. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. There's no houses right next to it or anything like that, so I think that's acceptable. Okay, moving on to cemeteries. What I think I'm gonna start doing is placing the crematoriums instead of cemeteries themselves, because most of them are now filled up, and crematoriums do not fill up, so they're ready to go all the time. So I think one over there should be okay, just to we'll put one over here as well. Perfect. This is gonna take a toll on our budget. And guys, now that we're in nighttime, one of you guys mentioned that there's different tax brackets for day and night. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and pause the game and do a little bit of research there. So if we go into economy for taxes, I don't. Oh, okay. I see what you meant. So under budget, you see how for the day we have everything at 150%, or most of everything, and at night everything is just at 100%. So now I know what you meant. Okay, perfect. So, but hey, we'll take it. Nighttime income going up. I'm okay with that. Going back to crematorium placements, I think this area right here would benefit from one. I think right there should be just good. And we could use one over here in this area as well. And looks like we have a perfect spot for it right there. And both of these cemeteries are filled up, so we can easily place a crematorium right there to help out with the coverage. And I really don't think that that we needed a crematorium over here in the industrial area. I think we're pretty good to go there. Moving on to fire. Oh wow, there is a lot of red. Red buildings mean that there's no coverage in that particular area, so we're gonna go ahead and fix that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to destroy a couple of buildings in order to do that, but it is for the greater good, so I am okay with it. And I think placing a fire station over here, right on the corner, should be good enough. Come on. There we go. One there. Plenty of coverage now, and this looks like a pretty good spot for our fire station. There we go.
Elle here. I have a question for you guys. Do you ever wonder how the mailman delivers mail to the whole city every day? And what about when the mail comes from another city and he has to go get it before bringing it here?
And
I can see why stamps are so expensive. Anyway, if you're listening, mailman, this one's for you.
Lights, camera.
oh, so check it out now. Now that the daylight came in, most of these buildings all filled in. I don't know if you saw that. I just noticed it. That's because we have the coverage at 150%. So you know what? I'm okay with that. We're gonna leave it. We can use a fire station. This area over here doesn't seem to get much coverage, so we'll put one right in there. That is the local area fire station. I think that's pretty good. Now we do have the helicopter pad here, which covers all of these guys, but there's no fire trucks, so we'll go ahead and provide them some coverage as well. And I think I'll place it right there. I think this is good right here. It's on the roads. You can see that it's just a little bit green, not too much, but that means that the fire coverage or the fire trucks know how to get to that area, and that the area is covered. One should be okay for this area right here. And there we go. Looks like these guys are going to get some benefit from it as well, yeah? No? Well, I saw some happy faces there. Well, we'll keep it the way it is. We could use another one over here. Just for fun. Let's go ahead and place one down right there. Perfect. Alright, I think we're good to go as far as fire is concerned. Police, I mean the crime rate in our city is 5%. I'm not too concerned about that, but police coverage is necessary for all buildings to level up to level 5. So I think we are gonna, just simply for that reason, put a police station right there. There we go. And we can also put one right over here in that area. And one right there should be a-okay. Now some of these buildings over here should level up because there was no police coverage. Yep, there's some green arrows going up. There was 0 police coverage in this block over here, so it's a good thing that we took a look at it. Okay, we have schools. And as far as schools go, if you guys are not familiar with it, so Like let's say here, for example, these are all residential buildings. Um, Down over here in the top, actually top left, if you see the education tab that popped up on the legend, the high is the blue color. That means that most of these folks have already graduated. Or actually almost all of them, except for a couple of buildings here. Let's take a look at a more developed area. So, like this area right here. There isn't a single building that's anything less than the neon blue or the bright blue, which is good. And then green on the roads mean that there is coverage in that area. So here in this area, you guys can see that we don't have a lot of coverage because the roads are not green. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna actually build a little district over here. Not district, but segment for schools. And that is going to be for an elementary school there, and for a high school right there. I think that should be pretty good. And we can't forget to put the park, as we always do. There we go. Right there should be just a-okay. And as far as jobs go, or the job demand, we're gonna go ahead and just fill in this area right here with some offices. That way the area doesn't look blank. And there you can see there's more buildings leveling up. We're losing a massive amount of people, and then we're having a employment shortage as well. And the only thing that I can blame it on is the death wave itself. And I think we have covered schools pretty well. I think everybody is pretty well educated in the city itself. We're gonna go ahead and move on to parks. And everything is covered except for this newly developed area over here, which is expected. Why don't we go ahead and let's see if a dog park. Yep, it'll fit right in there for those folks. And that's got a decent coverage, but not enough. Let's see if we can. What does that look like right there? I don't hate it. I think we're gonna keep it just to make it fit in a little bit better. We're gonna add some more offices right there to the side of it. We can even fill in that area there and that area there. Oh, why not just fill in this area right here too? This just means that that I'm gonna have less trees to place at a later stage to fill in the gaps and make everything look nice. Oh, we are having some flooding. Off camera, guys, I did add 2 additional water outlets. The reason I added 2 additional water outlets is because this water pump over here was just sucking up all the water, so I kept having to turn it on and off. I am so glad I caught that before it got to be a much bigger problem. But I went ahead and I removed one of the water outlet sources, and let's see what happens now. I added one there, and I added one right over here as well. So there was 4, now there is 5, and let's see if that makes any kind of a difference to where the water level is going to go down. I think it might. I think the secret was 5 water outlets as opposed to 6. And I think we're gonna be okay. I think this water is gonna go back down as soon as the pump kind of catches up. And if it doesn't, we are just gonna go ahead and remove the additional one and go from there and kind of play with it. Yeah, we'll just leave it the way it is for now. Going back to parks. See, we could use something over here in this area. Perhaps the Colossal Order, or no, the Paradox Plaza, right there, and maybe one over here as well. And for this area over here, I'll figure something out a little bit later. Once I decide if I'm actually gonna be filling this area in with buildings, roads, or anything like that. And yeah, we're having a ton of abandoned buildings because we just lost about 1,000 population. We do have a pretty good residential demand, so just in the meantime, I will go ahead and add some residential. And guys, this open spot over here is also something that I did off camera. I added some roads to fill in the area itself. I think that should be okay for now. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and fill in all the blanks. Nope, not that one. That's supposed to stay blank. Yeah, that water actually went down, and I think we're gonna have some pretty good success with just having 5 water outlets as opposed to 6. And I think this traffic over here is because that road was, oh wait, hold up. Alright, so looks like we are gonna have to remove that water outlet as well. That's a bummer. I thought that we were gonna have that under control, but apparently not. So we'll remove it and go from there. And oh, this guy's just sucking up water, I think. Yeah. Come on, guy. He and the water itself has caused a backup. A very long backup. So that should clear itself. I have a pretty good confidence in that. Since we started the episode, we actually lost about 2,000 population. We started at 87, now we're at 85. But I suspect that is going to bounce back up. And I'm not sure if we're going to be having this worker issue or not once we regain the population back, because if you guys remember, we did end up turning off the schools out policy in this particular area.
Maybe if there was a big chat room or a bunch of mirrors. The wait is over. It's finally here.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the day-night cycle, just because I wanna have a better look at everything that's going on.
The chili will only be distributed at the end of your visit. That way you can enjoy it wherever you want, in a park, at home, or on a construction site. In the meantime, you'll have all the fun that bowling can provide.
And
so come on back
it's snowing.
And be reminded that you're not actually that good at bowling. Andy's Bowling Alley.
And you know what? Now that we do have the snow mode on, I will go ahead and add the snow dump as soon as I find it. There we go. I'm gonna add one right there. I'll add one over here to this area too. There we go. That should be plenty of coverage for all of these folks. Our budget is going to suffer a little bit as well, only because we have a lot of abandoned buildings over here in this area, and the shortage of workers due to the recent, I'm going to call it a death wave, because that's more than likely what it was. And we are having some trash problems. I think that might have been due to the backup of traffic. Which is still there for now, but hey, A-okay. That is gonna go away. And over here, I'm gonna fill in this area a little bit as well. And we're gonna add more offices to this area here, and also to this area right here. Again, it's going to fill in that gap. If they level up to level 5, which I don't see a reason why they shouldn't, they're going to match the skyline that we have kind of going on around in that area. There we go. And we'll fill that in as well. And that, why not? Okay, looks like the population is going back up. As far as the commercial demand goes, what I thought about maybe doing over here in this area is expanding the layout. Let's see. We can run a road over there, something like that. There we go. Filling in the area. We can add a couple of more blocks of high density residential here. And then here we're gonna keep it low density. And we'll make this low density over here as well. Okay, cool. I think we should be good to go. I think for the beginning of the next episode, man, that is bad. That is very bad. Our income is only 8,000 right now. Remember, guys, when we started, it's going down to 7,000 now. When we started, it was at about 30,000. That was for the daytime. But going back to what I was saying, so I think for the beginning of the next episode, what I'll do is I'll make a time lapse of beautifying the city as well, and just kind of fill in the gaps there. Maybe add a couple more roads and some trees, and figure out what I want to do alongside this area right here. But alright, guys, we have accomplished quite a lot in this episode. Took care of this some maintenance issues. We made sure that we have coverage throughout the whole city regarding all, and I mean all, of the services. One thing that we didn't touch on is public transport, but I think that's something that we're gonna do once the area is completely finished. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. That really helps out my channel. And if you liked the video, give it a like. As always, guys, have a good time.